Thailand integrated multicultural education for disadvantaged youth along the Thai-Myanmar border in May Hongsen. Please welcome the representatives for the winners of Wenhui Award, Ms. Pon Pitasiu from Thailand. Please welcome our honored guest, Mr. Zhong Biling, President of the Chinese Society of Education, and Mr. Zhou Jiagui, Vice Secretary General of the Chinese National Commission on UNESCO, to award them certificates and honors.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ponswan Kitanakosit, representative of BNSCLC Community Learning Center from Thailand. Today I'm very happy to get an opportunity from you to provide the benefits, information or sharing information to all of you. So today I'm gonna make presentations about the integrate multicultural education for disadvantaged youth along the Thai-Myanmar borders in Mae Hong Son, Thailand. Our objective is to promote the education to the education, dignity and happiness to the disadvantaged youth aged 16 to 25 years old, as well as their family and communities along the Thai-Myanmar borders and inside Myanmar. As well, in short, our program is breaking the cycle of poverty and disadvantage to build a better futures. So this is Mr. Jolaseng, founder and director of BNSCLC. I would like to tell you the background of the BNSCLC Community Learning Center. This is also, he being my father too. He set up the learning center on 2004, and the sadly thing that happened in 13 August 2007, in the second term, he had an accident at fracture his brain. In that time, I was 17 years old. So I need to stand up with a strong heart to take care of the learning centers, to help my father, because of my father have a big dream that he would like to provide the education to disadvantaged youth along Thai-Myanmar borders. According to who he goes around for over 26 villages, and he can see that many of disadvantaged youth early up which marries, work labors, and work for prostitution. Some students have HIV that being the community's problems. So he think that if these students get education, so they can have a better quality standard and can help their community too. So this is the reasons, objective that why he would like to work for the disadvantaged youth, and I also continue for his dream. So the innovative practice for integrate multicultural education for disadvantaged youth along the Thai-Myanmar borders in Mae Hong Son, Thailand was created by BNSCLC Community Learning Center. But we also work with different organizations, communities along Thai-Myanmar borders, which Mae Hong Son non-formal educations, parents committee and Olamid to integrate the multicultural education for the student, and this will help the disadvantaged youth who come from different ethnics, languages, background, culture, and religions can grant knowledge, improvement, and skills to use back in their life and to their communities. So this is the picture of the BNSCLC graduation ceremony activities. So our target group is the youth, the disadvantaged youth aged 16 to 25 years old who come from the different ethnicity, languages, background, cultures, and religions. And this program is for 2 years program. We also have a two part. One part is academic learning, learn for non-formal education program. Languages is very important for the currently language, Burmese, Thai, English, according to we live nearby Thai, Myanmar border. The student who can get more languages, they will get a better job, better income, and they can have more opportunity to work with NGO or to stand on the international stage like this. So community development, IT, computer, social studies, general knowledge, school activity to fill in ability in the student. We cannot avoid that someday if you be a leader, village leader, you need to be in front of with a confidence. So you need to sing, you need to play sport, you need to dance, everything that interpreters. So it will help the student to preparing skill for them to be ready in the futures. For the critical thinking too, it's very important. Life skill, ethic, vocational skill, must break making, self-sufficient, economic, agriculture, because of our vision of the learning center is reach out the student intelligence and have a quality standard of skill or knowledge. They need to be a good people and happy. Need to be a good, need to be intelligent, smart, and need to be a good people. Because of most of people, they are very good in working but cannot find out the happiness. So we need to support the student, how to make the student to have a positive mind. Such as like when they go to the big city, they will think that the world is not unhappy, not beautiful like they think, but we need to put the positive mind, how to, world is not changing, but you need to have a positive mind, how to make the student to have a positive mind with themselves, with other people, and how to solving problems in their life. We can see in the news now that many people pass away when they cannot fit their problems in their life, so they kill themselves or making problems. So this is very important for the student, knowing to give something to other or community more than give from other people, and have a soft heart and can have the positive mind to stay with other people who come from different ethnicity, cultures, language, religions with a happiness. Outcome impact, so student will have a high school certificate and can be able to continue to study at the college or university. Most of our students, when they attend to the university, they also get the high rank and get the good point. Student grant knowledge and skill that will help them to get a job, such as like get a job to be teachers in the government, being nurse, work with NGOs or CBO. NGOs such as like work with international NGO like IRC, IOM, US, Homeland Security being interpreters. Students can educate their own communities, such as like they create the organizations to help back to their communities. So Thailand will have a fewer problems with the ethnic Hill tribe communities, as because of the student can be better provide themselves and can build their futures. So students learn life skill like self-awareness, self-independent, confident, positive, and creative and problem solving for their life. Underprivileged children from different background and ethnicity learn how to live with each other. Students can give back to their own community. Students come back to help the learning center by being teachers. So from this, some of our students, they come from the separate family, problem family, like some of their fathers get alcoholism and have a violence in their family. But we also need to encourage students and to find out the best way from their life, and those students now they get a better life standard and can continue to university, can get a job with an international NGO. This is being BNSCLC community today and get award like today is not easy. So past to over 10 years ago, this is nothing at the BNSCLC Community Learning Center. In that time, my father got 200,000 baht from his Finnish program for UN. We not have a donor yet, so he get that money to buy the land and pay salary for the teacher. Buildings, we making the wall from bamboo and the roof from the leaf. So in the raining season, student and teacher need to be careful a lot. But we are lucky that we get the cooperation from the family and community to help us to build the classroom. No electricity, no water system. One computer. When student typing, we have one computer in front of, and now we have other students to say like typing A, B, B, something like that. We only can buy the keyboard for the students. But we also have abroad volunteer teachers come to teach us. Uniform is in that time we not have to because of the starting of the learning center. And now we also have uniform for the students when they graduate, and we have more network and partner that can help us have a better provide educations to the disadvantaged youth. Student parents can be involved in the student graduate ceremony by playing Gayor ethnic group music. And BNSCLC be part of Meongson non-formal education by present of BNSCLC education program to the Secretary General of Non-Formal Education, the Central from Bangkok. We also provide the special course that be in need for these students, like basic law training from NGO, class study. From one computer, now we have more computers for the students to learn. Also, we also have an activity for students to practice, like make a presentations about their community profile 10 minutes with a microphone. And BNSCLC Fresher Welcome Activity, final year student will be preparing activity for the junior, for the new student. This is make the student be creative. People learn how to be leaders, have a leadership skill and teamwork, and how to use the material around them to be a benefit by teacher be only advisor. This is Queen and King of BNSCLC. By this we'll have a small fashion show for the student, and we will have a question for the student to practice for their critical thinking. And we also have English speaking and English debate computation activity by we invite outside people to give feedback for the students, so the student can be improve their English and practice for their critical thinking. Sport game, and we also have outdoor activity for the student to have a Korean traditional performance for King Day in Bangkok in the communities, or when the Thai authority invites us to have a performance. Ethic and Life Skill course from Myeongseon Catholic Religions team. Which our teacher team, we also invite the other organizations to join us to teach the student to have a soft heart, knowing to give other people, understand themselves and what they need, and would like to help other people too. This is one more outdoor activity, stay rich environment. So we will put awareness for the student that as much as they take care of environment, as much as environment will stay with us. So in this we will have outdoor activity like cleaning in the waterfall area to keep the garbage, to grow the tree. Also, we have when we go to waterfall, we will have some picnic. Like we will provide pork or meat for the student, but the student need to create for the traditional cooking computation. They need to create for the creative menu, make it like cook in the bamboo. And self-sufficient economic and agriculture course for of Thai King number 9 from non-formal education. How to make accounting in the family, how to work in the organic agricultures. Also, before we have the student internship, we also invite the different organizations that student interested to intern with. Sometimes students might confusing that what they would like to be. So it's good for them, for the first step, for them to learn about the working job. So for 1 month, keep asking students again that which organization that they would like to intern with. After that, we send the invite letter to that organization to have a meeting with us that what we want the student to learn, such as like office work, accounting, outdoor activity, training, something like that. And after 1 month and 2 weeks, student come back. Student need to provide the presentations in 15 minutes and edit video to provide the feedback to the organization in English. We also have community activity like to sharing about the culture, traditional about the cultures, to grow tree, to play the sport for the better relationship between BNSCLC and the communities. To cleaning in the communities, dangerous campaign, and mud break making training. Also, we also have opportunity from ETV, from non-formal education, to sharing for BNSCLC education program for other learning center, and Thailand people can use the technical from our innovations practice to use back in their learning center or in their area. So challenge and constraint to cross our challenge. Monitoring and evaluation, so like student trailer, to have an activity to ask the student that what they think about the education program that where we make of director, the teachers and the school, what they want to see the innovation at the learning center, and how they can bring the skill and knowledge at the learning center to use back in them for themselves, for their communities. For the student parent meeting, student home visits to collect more information, individual, and people internal and external meeting. So this will help us to SWOT analyze it, to find out the strong point, weakness, opportunity, and problems that we can create strategy that appropriate for the adventure use and better provide education to this student and for the different community along Thai-Myanmar borders. Partners. So we have a broad network of partners to better support its students. Some of these partners include which Myeongseon Non-Formal Education Department, BNSCLC Community Learning Center, Parents Committee, and Alumni. Giving Team, Thai Cultural Preservation Office, currently Literacy and Culture Department from Myanmar. บ้านในซอย School บ้านในซอย Public Health Center แม่ฮ่องสอน Community Collegeแม่ฮ่องสอน Community Development Department the Curriculum Project of the Brain Education Foundation. So this is a Mae Hong Son Non-Formal Education and Thai Authority Department. Philanthropy connections from Holland, Partner Asia's, the Bracket Foundations, link hands for humanity. Student parents, so you can see from this picture that we have the parents from different ethnicity too. บ้านในซอย School and บ้านในซอย Community Board and local community organization and NGO along Thai-Myanmar borders. Mae Hong Son Catholic Relations Team. So, summary before I say thank you to you all that for our education program, we not only follow the world, but we look at our area, environment, that what should education that integrate education multicultural is appropriate with our student. We need to ask the needs of the family, from the student, from the community, and ask all of people to cooperate in our education, not only the school to responsibility on it, and try to find out that all of it will be real useful for the student, for the family, for the community to be innovation, and the educations that we do, every people can into and get that education, even people who cannot read or cannot write the language, but they can understand that how is the education is important for the life and will be needy for the community. Thank you so much to all. 谢谢